Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and to talk about Marcellus Shale. I had, coming up here today, Garth and I were in Harrisburg this morning and we came back, not together, but driving up, I thought, now I'm not sure what I'm going to say. This is, to some extent, it's preaching to the choir, but so I guess I'm going to orient things maybe a little bit differently. We can talk about all the things that happen in the jobs and all that stuff, and it just amazes me the impact on jobs. Everything from tires, I mean, people that are involved in the tire repair business, to railroads, obviously, road contractors, equipment sales, and if you've ever been out on a job site, you see an awful lot of Caterpillar equipment, and what do you see? A sticker on it that says what? Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Then we have the normal things that people complain about a lot or don't complain. It depends whether you're from here or not. Motels and restaurants, those are the obvious ones. You've heard of Albert Spray Solutions and how they've adapted their plastics business into pad site coverings, and we've every time I go out on a site, I see their guard shacks, and most of them are trailers. Well, those trailers are all made and sold in Pennsylvania. I'm an attorney by training, used to be an attorney anyway, and the impact on law firms has been, it's astronomical. Title searchers, you can't find a good title searcher anymore because the gas companies have hired them all. And then we have lobbyists. And a lot of I have friends that are lobbyists. Daria is included in that. And they work for the companies and lobbying their position. We even have some former politicians that are working in the gas industry. So, you know, it's just in the colleges. Penn College obviously has a lot of people employed in the gas industry, and that's not what you would think about. Even my good friends down at Bucknell have managed to host some events, and for those of you who don't know, I had a pretty horrible experience at Bucknell, but anyway. They have managed to capitalize on it, because even though they don't like the gas industry, they're more than welcome to host seminars and symposiums where people come and listen to them and pay for that privilege to listen. I would love to have somebody do a study on coffee sales in Lycoming County. I mean, there have to be 1 million gallons of coffee sold here in a year. I mean, there's just no comparison to it. And then we have water tankers, and down in Fred's district, there's a company called Pickrite. It's amazing that if you've seen some of the really fancy water trucks around here, look on the back, it says Pickrite. That company got a start by building vegetable pickers, and that's how it got its name, Pickrite. And one of their more complicated machines, I have to say this very slowly, they build a pepper picker. And their technology that they did just encouraged them to get into this business. And they first started doing vacuum tanks for septic systems, and they converted over to doing water tanks. When they originally started, they were doing one a week. And I toured their facility. They're now doing one a day. And they only put them on high-end trucks like Kenworth, Western Star, those Peterbilt, those types of things. Crane rigging, obviously, loggers, truck drivers, cooks, anyway. About 85% of the work that I do in my legislative office is somehow related to the gas industry. The problem that we face here, though, is like I said when I started off, I get the feeling to some extent I'm preaching to the choir. 73% of the population of Pennsylvania lives in 19 counties. Just think about that. Now, that means 27% lives in how many counties? 48. Remember, we have 67 counties in Pennsylvania. So we, unfortunately, are in the 27% in the 48 counties and we're the ones that have the Marcellus Shale. So when you read things in the paper that say 7 out of 10 people favor a severance tax, where do 7 out of 10 people live? Not in our world. And that's an issue. That's an issue with me in the legislature, and it's equally, I won't speak for the House members here, but I know that they run into the same problem. That's something that we have to overcome as far as education. And we look at the jobs and just those things that I like to find little jobs that are nobody ever thought of, but those things, how far this industry reaches into what we do in this area, it is very, very hard to convince those 73% that don't live here about the real impact. And it's also difficult to tell them. I can tell from somebody that right off the bat whether they know what they're talking about when they start talking about roads. They say, well, we need taxes so that we can fix our roads. The majority of the people that I run into say that the roads around here are better than they've ever been, especially the townships. In those outlying areas, which it would take them like, I don't know, a couple hundred years to save the fuel tax money, the liquid fuels money, in order to be able to pave the roads the way that they've been paved. So some of those are the benefits, and I just think that the impact here has been very, very positive. It affects a lot of people. I think it's for the benefit, it's a positive impact. People ask me all the time, is it going to change the character of the area? And the answer is no. I don't think it will ever truly change the character of the area. It's going to make it different for a while, and hopefully it'll make it better. It will change it a little bit, but the basic character of rural Pennsylvania, I don't think is ever going to change. So with that, those are my comments, and I'll be happy. I'm sure there'll be questions later, so thank you.